Barrister Ogo, you want to talk?
Whatever
thing you're going to say should not sound conclusive.
No, sir.
Should not sound preemptive.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Thank you for this opportunity, my ordinary president. In the first place, I'm equally from Enugu State. And every person know that anything that has to do with Enugu people, I'm always concerned. We are not here to fight. I just want to let you people know why we are here, because it's as if we came here to fight.
No, Barrister Ogo.
Yes, sir.
You can tell from the body language.
Yes, sir.
You can tell from a lot of things, but
Yes,
I want you to suspend that.
Okay, sir.
The reason why I took my time to patiently listen to him is because I don't want a situation where he will say he was not given enough time. He had mentioned that like 2 times. Barrister Ogo?
Yes, my ordinary
Please
president.
suspend your talk.
Okay, sir.
Now, Ogasa, give the microphone to the daughter that called in yesterday. Good morning, ma.
Good morning, sir.
What is your name?
I'm Onyechi Arinze.
Okay. Go ahead. You have your own side of the story.
Yes, sir.
You were making frantic effort yesterday to explain some things. Only your phone wasn't clear. A lot of people complained.
Okay, sir.
So please, it's your turn.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning to the audience, and good morning to Ordinary President. I'm by name Onyechi Arinze. Concerning the matter of my family, sir, I would like to start with this word. Sometimes, you know, there is a way they will hold somebody, and maybe when the person acts crazy, they term that person to be a mad person. The person is not mad. The person is trying to pour his anger to show the world what they said is not true. Maybe the manner of approach and the tune the person used actually was harsh.
Example of such.
I'm saying this because of what happened yesterday.
What happened?
Maybe I kind of overreacted on the phone. I was actually upset.
Well,
because I was hearing some comments that this is immaturity and that it's not supposed to be like that. Because if they're in my shoe, they may act even worse than I did yesterday on the phone.
In the first place,
okay.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
In the first place, this is a matter that has to do with your dad and your mom.
Yes, sir.
You're not supposed to be a part of it. If not for the fact that your father dragged you into this,
He didn't.
I would have protected you as well as make sure you are isolated. You are a child.
Okay.
When daddy and mommy are fighting, you don't get involved. You will grow. You will get married. You will understand what I'm trying to say. So because your daddy dragged you into this, that is the reason why I am asking you to talk. For you not to go back home saying ordinary president hasn't been fair to you by not allowing you to talk. What had happened yesterday has happened. Why don't you just go straight to the point, say your own side of the story, and let us move on.
Okay, sir. Well, concerning what happened yesterday.
No, generally,
Today,
what
okay,
do
generally.
you know about, not what happened yesterday. Waiting don't happen yesterday, don't work go.
Wetin
you know about this matter where you've been one explain where the phone and the anger and the way we handle the matter way no good for you be. Now say what you know.
Okay.
Shebi, your father talk say you don't ever catch your mama with another person.
Yes, I
So
know.
tell us how waiting you know. Your papa don't ever beat your mama in your presence?
He has never.
He has never.
Yes.
Now you catch him. Waiting be the name of the man where you catch your mama with.
Sir, I would like to start my story from the beginning because I'm coming to that. I actually can't remember his name, but all I know is that he sells meat in the market. I don't really know the man's name.
Okay, start from the beginning.
Okay. So there's this relationship between first daughters and mothers. If you go and ask anywhere, first daughters, they see their mother as their mate. Sorry to use that word, in the sense that most of the secrets of their mother. Sir, I'm coming.
They're not born you well because you.
Sir, no, you are misquoting me.
No, I'm not insulting you. Listen now. You seem to have the same temperament with your dad. Calm down.
I don't.
Listen first. I'm just trying to give you an example. In my home, they not born you well. Say because you be first daughter, make you compare yourself with my mom. That was what I was trying to learn to listen. Please, my dear. Please, ma. Okay, continue, ma. I will not even talk until you are done talking.
Thank you, sir. The reason why I said that is because there is this closeness, there's this relationship between the both of them, that most things the mother does, the first daughter is very much aware of it. I'm kind of heavy in my heart because with what happened, I don't even want to come here to testify or to say any statement against my mom, because I'm the kind of person, I want to keep that inside of me, and I don't want to let it out because she is my mom. But with what happened yesterday, the accusation against my dad, it was too much. That was why I was boiling. I said, if I don't come here to clear the air that my dad is innocent and everything happened in my presence, that I'm the biggest fool, and even heaven will not forgive me for that. My mom made a very, very terrible mistake. She does. The family that God gave to her, the golden spoon, she threw it away. Now where are we? We are supposed to be four.
Are you telling us your story or judging your mom?
No, sir, I'm narrating my story.
That is not narration.
Oh God. Sir, I'm coming there.
For you to say your mom made a terrible mistake means you're being judgmental. Why don't you say your own side of the story? Please, my dear, please. I'm begging you. Please. Please. Say what you know. Nobody is holding you back. The ones you feel it is not safe enough for you to say, don't say them. But please, you are holding the microphone and you're at liberty to say your own side of the story.
All right. So I said you insist, I'll say it. My mom here was actually an unfaithful mother, right from onset. The issue of me catching her red-handed on the bed with a man was true because it happened in my presence. That fateful night, I woke up. I was lying on the bed. Ma, please let me finish. Let me finish. Please let me finish. They're attacking me, they're putting words to my mouth. I'm not a baby. I don't know what I'm saying. I woke up that fateful night. I saw my mom on the bed having an affair with a man who sells meat.
Was the light on?
The light was off, but there was a lantern on. I was laying on the bed.
And you recognized.
So when I woke up, I saw myself on the floor. They sprayed a wrapper. It was I and this my younger brother Joshua.
How old were you then?
Sir, I was around that kind of 6 years old.
6 years.
Yes, sir. And I remember everything. In this life, when you do bad thing to a child, she will never forget it. But when you do good, that child can easily forget. So all those things that happen, that are coming, that are revolving in my memory, that sometimes when I sit down, it's as if I'm watching it as a movie. So that night when I woke up, I saw her having an affair with that man selling meat. I started shouting. I tapped her. I said, Mommy, wake up. Wake up. She said, what is it? That I should keep quiet. I said, Mommy, what is this man doing in our house? Because I never liked the man. I saw the way he and my mom normally behave.
You never liked the man?
Yes, I don't like him.
So you
because
know the
each
man.
time he comes home, he always go close to my mom, intimacy, hugs her, they play, and knowing fully well that I have a father who is still alive, and knowing that my dad is innocent,
okay.
He's a man and a dream of every man. He's not capable to hurt a fly. That was why I raised an alarm that night.
As at that time you caught them, for how long have they been separated with your dad before that incident?
Sorry, sir, I can't really remember because I was a kid then.
You were a kid, but you can remember.
Yes, sir,
somebody
because
selling
that
it.
is why I told you that if something bad happens to a child, she hardly forgets it. But if you do something good
Chief,
to me,
please respect yourself.
I can,
You've
sir.
been interjecting
Sorry,
and
sir.
I've been tolerating.
Sorry, sir. I can
Respect
easily
yourself.
forget the good you do to me. But if you do something bad, even now and today, I will never forget it.
Now, what I am saying is, you remember you were about 6 years old.
Yes, sir.
You remember you caught your mom with the man selling meat, even though the room was dark, but the lantern was
The lantern was very bright.
Okay, good. And then you never liked the man.
Because of the intimacy between the both of them.
Very good. And I said, for how long was your dad and mom separated before? Like approximately maybe 1 year or 3 months or 1 week.
Let me say, because the thing happened so fast. Let me say maybe a year, because it happened so fast.
Okay, so
Yes,
the dad and mom were separated for like about a year before that incident that you witnessed.
No, it's been long. It's been long. The actual. That's why I say, sir, I can't really remember.
I'm
because,
trying to help you remember now.
Sir,
That is the reason-
on this particular question, I can't remember
I'm
it.
engaging you. I'm engaging you. You and I will remember. I have
Sorry,
the
sir,
time.
it's like you're putting words to my mouth, and the masses are watching. I'm sorry to use that word.
Oh, no problem. If I'm putting words into your mouth, they will judge. My dear, if you can remember, like for how long have they been separated before these incidents? I thought when you mentioned 1 year, it was 1 year, but from the look of things now, it's like it was more than a year,
Yes,
2 years.
sir, it's more than a year.
More than a year.
Yes, sir.
So
Can I
carry
continue?
on. You've just answered me. Carry
Okay.
on.
So when I raised that alarm that morning, I was shouting. She was like, I should please keep quiet. So she woke the man. The man dressed up. Then I was already crying.
Was the man sleeping?
He was having an affair with my mom.
No, I'm only asking because you.
He wasn't putting on. Sir, they were both naked.
Okay, so carry
Like
on.
I said at the beginning, I never wanted to disclose this, but with what happened yesterday, I have no choice because they're nailing my dad to the wall.
Go ahead.
So when he put on his dress, she took wrapper. I ran outside. I was crying and shouting. So the man asked me, so Oyechi, you don't like me, you don't want me to be coming to your house. I told the man in black and white that, sir, my dad is still alive. And there's not how you be sleeping with my mom.
At the age of 6, you were telling
Yes, sir.
him that.
So I don't know how that happened, but I don't know. I would like say that it's God's gift actually.
Do you have neighbors?
So we have neighbors.
And none of your neighbors was attracted to
So
you?
this thing happened, let me say, at about 5 a.m. in the morning because it was very early.
Which is
Yes,
okay.
sir.
You can't.
The man has a bike.
Mm.
He uses a machine to come. So when he was leaving that morning, he removed money from his pockets to give me. I refused the money. I told him, don't give me money. I was still crying. So my mommy rushed him to dress up and leave the house. When he left, she started crying. She was like telling me that this man that normally buys, because there's this cabin biscuit he used to bring each time he comes, that I don't want to be receiving the biscuit. I told her no because I was very stubborn. One thing my dad has always advised me is, it is good for you to stand on the path of truth, even if there is a knife to your throat. It is better you die telling the truth than to stay alive and living in lies. Sir, if anything I'm telling you here is lie, may I not see tomorrow?
No, nobody is doubting you. Just prove your point and allow other people to talk too. Nobody, we don't have any reason to doubt you, but we have every reason to question your statement.
So when that man left, she tried to plead with me. So later as a child, I agreed. Being that she was my mom, I felt relaxed. But ever since then, I always ask her about my dad, because I've stayed when my dad came the first, second, third and the fourth time to beg her, to no avail. Each time he comes, it's either they will put him in police cell. Each time he comes, one problem or the other arises. The last time my daddy came, I met him personally. I told him, Daddy, please, I wasn't putting on slippers then. We were all walking with 10 toes. I told him, Daddy, please, take us out of here. We're suffering. Because the business my mom was actually doing then, she was selling vegetable. That my dad should take us out of here. We are suffering. My dad said, my daughter, don't worry, that everything will be well. After the welfare, the whole thing, because they took us there, but most of the things they said, I can't remember. I could remember very well that when we came out of that welfare, that was the day they handed I and Joshua, my brother, to my dad, and told my dad that he should go with these two. I asked my father, Daddy, what about Chibike and Chinaze? But my dad said no, they should stay with mommy. That he hopes that things get better, maybe very soon, that the family will come back. I never forget that. That was what my daddy told me that day. And the car we entered was Golf. It was a small Golf. Because my dad didn't come with his car to pick us that day because he can't drive far. That day my mom sewed a gown for I and my sister. My sister was very tender then. They put us into the car. That was how my brother followed my dad. And we found ourselves in Bauchi State, sir. With all these things happening, before my dad got married to my mom here, he told I and my brother, he came, he was like, Onyinyechi and Joshua, that I want to get married. That they said I should get married. And he even mentioned the name of the person. He brought my mom here to us and said, see the person he wants to get married to. Being that she was nice from onset, I don't know if my brother will remember because men easily forget things. Yes, but you see, woman can remember what happened even if it is 50 years time. A mother can narrate that story. A man may come and maybe the thing will just wipe off his memory. I know he will not remember.
You know he will not remember.
He will not remember. Even if you ask him, he won't be able to tell you.
I wonder where you get your authority from. You know he will not remember.
Yes,
it means
sir.
your brother is a fool.
He's not a fool. He's smart, but there are some things I personally know that happened in my presence that he himself, he may not remember. That's why I said men easily forget.
Okay, so men easily forget.
Yes, sir.
I'm not one of them. Continue.
Maybe. Okay. So when he got married to my mom, the wedding took place, everything. That was how that part went. Then coming to Zaria, the case of my brother. Chibike came to stay with us because according to my dad, he met Chibike in Gombe, in a state like that, in 9th Mile, that the first phone Chibike used, the brother that's my brother that is dead, he was the person that bought this for him. This Nokia C10, that was the first phone Chibike used. And the person that accompanied my dad was Most Elder Azubike Iyemego and my auntie Lovina here. They saw everything. Chibike came to our house. He came, he met us. I was happy, thinking that that God wants to bring my brothers, my sisters and I together so all of us will live as one family. I never knew that death would take him away. When he came, my mom here treated Chibike with so much love. So I said that, sorry to say this, I even got jealous. I was like telling mom, is it not Chibike that just came the other day? You're already giving presidential treatment like this. We that have been here, each time she's trying her best, but she wants to give that boy the best. They made her out to be a bad person.
That's your
she
stepmom.
is not. Yes, sir. She gave Chibike everything. As a matter of fact, we had 2 houses in GRA in Zaria there. My dad left my senior brother in one of the houses. How many rooms? Kitchen, toilet and bedroom, big parlor, and gave him the master bedroom with some boys working under there, and gave him the authority over those boys that anything they do, that he should question them, that he is the father, he gives him go ahead. When all these things happened, suddenly my senior brother's attitude began to change, not knowing that it was my auntie Obageri that was the mastermind of everything. My father really wants to give his children the best, but they never allowed that boy for one day to breathe. Each time they come to Kwangila Bridge, they will call Chibike, that where are you? Actually, the aim of him coming was later unveiled, that he actually came to deceive I and my brother Joshua, for me to follow him back to my mom. But being that everything happened in my presence, when he comes to talk about it, I do shun him. I'll tell him, Chibike, don't say this. that is not like this. I thought that this discussion was supposed to be over. It has ended. Then he started drawing my younger brother because he saw that I'm not going to listen to him and follow him.
Give me 1 minute.
Okay, sir.
If on a look time, when I go see say 11 o'clock remain 1 minute, we go continue tomorrow from where we stop. I want you, everybody, to take note. I they listen, and everybody around the world they listen. Tomorrow we go allow this respondents talk finish. When they hear the counter accusations with they for ground, when I go respond, when I no go ask question, then go ask una questions from una responses. Back to una go ask questions. Studio go ask questions. We open telephone line for members of the public from all over the world to make their comments. I want to especially appreciate Pastor and his family, as well as the chiefs and other well-wishers that came. Let's appreciate them. I want to equally appreciate the complainant and members of the family that escorted them. Please, let's appreciate them. And I want to appreciate the members of the Brekete family all over the world, as well as the crew here, for your patience and understanding. I want you to know that thing where somebody tried that time to distract these people, the respondent, when they talk, a person try them again, he go regret in life. This is an opportunity, and equally their right to say their own side of the story. There is nothing wrong in drawing them back on track when you discover they are derailing, because we have time frame to capture the whole thing. On behalf of everybody waiting for Open Air Studio inside the compound of Human Rights Radio and Television, the headquarters of Brekete Family Reality Radio and Television Talk Magazine program, una waiting. Bye. The crew, stay behind. Thank you.